This whole world is full of people who make excuses. And this whole world is full of people who feign ignorance so that they don't have to do the things they're supposed to do. So I don't know if I said it in this previous video that this comment was left under. But basically, I remember I was chatting to a man and he was talking about, yeah, man, I'm supposed to do some weight training in the gym. I want to get fit. I want to, build up some muscle and that. But some guy I know, he's being long. He's supposed to meet me at the gym and show me how to work out and that. And I said to him, big man, just pick the weights up and just do some weights. You can go on YouTube and that. I think to myself, like, blood, people will use any excuse to not do the things they're supposed to do. What do you mean you're waiting for a man to meet you at the gym to show you how to lift weights properly and that? Blood, go to the fucking gym, go to the dumbbell section, pick up 10 or 15 kg, pick it up, put it down. Pick the weight up and put the fucking weight down, big man. Oh, I don't know how to get in shape and, build up my cardiovascular and that. You see that fucking park there on the other side of your estate? Go run around it 10 times. Oh, I just want to build up my muscles on my arms and that, but I don't know how. You know what a push-up is? Do 50. If you can't do 50, start at 20 and build it up to 50 and keep progressing till you can do a fucking 100. Trust me, at some point you're going to get hench just doing from doing 100 push-ups and that. So there's plenty of people in this world, they just feign ignorance because they don't want to have to do the things they're supposed to do. And I know someone, I don't know them personally, but one of my mum's colleagues in that, she said that she wanted to write a book. So obviously I wrote a book. Go check it out, Conquering Adversity by Jelani Knight. It's on eBay and it's also on Amazon. Type in Conquering Adversity on eBay or Amazon, or you can just type in Jelani Knight on eBay or Amazon, it will come up. So boom, so my mum knows one woman, she said that she wants to write a book. And obviously my mum told her that, her son has wrote a book in the past. So she was like, I've always wanted to write a book. So can your son put me in contact? Can you put me in contact with your son so that he can tell me how to write a book? She wants to write her own book about her own life, like her autobiography and that. So my mum told me and I was like, alright then and that. And I thought, nah, forget it. No. I'm not helping out this woman. You're a grown-ass woman. Why the fuck do you need advice from... This woman is like fucking pushing 60 years old or something like that. Why the fuck do you need advice from some... I'm a kid to her. I'm 31 years old. You don't need no fucking advice on how to write a book. You know how to write a book. You know what you can do to get started at least. And if you don't, go on fucking YouTube. You don't need me to tell you how to write a book. Go and fucking do your own research. But this is the thing. This woman will get to 65 years old and had told someone previously, 10 years ago or whatever, yeah, I wanted to write a book and that. And 10 years later, they will check in with them. Oh, what happened to that book? I remember years ago, you was talking about writing a book and that. And you know what she'll say? I was going to write a book, but I told one of my work colleagues to get her son to contact me so that he can tell me how to write a book. And since he didn't contact me to teach me and show me how to write a book, that's why I didn't write a book. No, you didn't fucking write the book because you're too fucking lazy to go and do the research yourself. The same way I found out how to write a book is the same way you can find out how to write a book. And if any of you don't want to know how to write a book, especially your own autobiography, this is exactly what you do. Don't worry about writing the first chapter in chronological order. Just write any chapter. Pick a memorable moment in your life. It could be the day you passed your driving test. It could be the day your son was born. It could be the day you got married. Write a chapter about the memorable moment in your life. Then say, okay, boom, what happened afterwards? Okay, boom, what happened before that? And then next thing you know, you've wrote 10 chapters, 15 chapters. Next thing you know, you got 28 chapters. I think I've got 26 or 28 chapters in my book. The first chapter I actually wrote was called The School Entrepreneur. And I was talking about how I used to buy and sell crisp and drinks in school. I'm not too sure what chapters I wrote afterwards. I think the next chapter I wrote was Taekwondo. So man's a black belt in Taekwondo. Doing it since I was 7 years old. And I've been on a little break still. Not gonna lie, innit? But I will go back to it. I haven't retired my black belt and that. So So I think definitely the first chapter I wrote was School Entrepreneur. I believe the second chapter I wrote was Taekwondo and that. If you do go and buy the book, the first chapter you see is called Before Existence. Now, it appears as the first chapter, but funny enough, that was the last chapter I wrote. So the first chapter that you will read, the first chapter that appears in the book, is actually the last chapter I physically wrote. So you don't have to write the book in chronological order. Obviously, you have to set the chapters in chronological order. I mean, that's the optimal way to do it. But you don't have to physically write them in chronological order. So yeah, man, go check out the book and talk about when I went to prison, when I went to country, why I went to country, which led me to go to prison and that, talking about my upbringing and that. So, but yeah, a lot of people out here, they just feign ignorance. They want to act like they don't know what to do, so they don't have to fucking do it. It's just the ultimate lazy mindset, the lazy mentality. Anyway, man, that's it, man. Stay wise, time,